Yo, welcome in homie. Kick back, relax and let me hit your beautiful face with a fat stack of free-to-claim PC games. And we started strong with this week's free-to-play heavy hitter of the week for Honor, that's free-to-play until the 4th of August. In fairness, the best way to describe For Honor is like my ex-girlfriend. Beautiful and interesting on the surface, but incredibly unresponsive and very unbalanced on the inside. This bad boy can be an extremely fun game to play, but the lack of balancing is so frustrating. I'd rather sit on a cactus and do a triple 360 type of thing. I mean, the game doesn't know whether to balance around 4 versus 4 or 1 versus 1, which just causes imbalance in both modes. That said, if you take the time to learn all of the complex mechanics in the game, I think you can have tons of fun. I had the pleasure of playing this bad boy for a few hours and it brought me nothing but mental instability and rage, and a few smiles here and there. Next up, I want to take a quick look at Supervive, which has just been released and is free to claim. This is where MOBA Battle Royale meets Hero Shooter. It's like the ultimate what if 3 game modes had a love child. Here, you'll be spending most of your time jumping, gliding, shooting, punching, bouncing, nuking, and spiking your enemies in this free-flowing chaotic battleground in the sky. In reality, it's a face-off in an all-out multi-squad team fight where you take down boss monsters for big loot, get that W, and run it back. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Supervive has been out for quite a while, but I guess the developer wanted a fresh start by releasing it just about now. It's off to a mixed start, but overall it's sitting in with very positive reviews. Oh, and real quick, if you want free games served to you fast and with a side of weirdness, then do us both a favor and smash the subscribe button. Most of you aren't subscribed and honestly it breaks my tiny gamer heart. Oh, and as always, all of the games I mentioned in this video are linked in the description, which is super chill. Straight to the deals, no googling required. Next up, I want to take a look at Conqueror's Blade, which is like Total War and Dynasty Warriors had a chaotic medieval baby. You command armies in large-scale siege battles while also jumping into the action yourself as a hero with a giant sword, a spear, or whatever suits your warlord vibe. It's free to play and it's packed with some PvP mayhem, which is always super juicy, and honestly it's pretty satisfying when your cavalry charges actually wipes out a complete squad. In fairness, it can be a little bit grindy and the learning curve is a little bit spiky, but if you're into tactical combat with a side of brawling, my god, this is definitely worth a check. Next up, I wanna dial up the cuteness meter with a look at the Otter game. It's an interesting name, but who am I to judge with the Sickfishsticks as mine? Anyway, the Otter game is a mischievous co-op adventure where 2 young otters take on a wild world of rite of passage to prove their worth. Here, you'll get to complete silly park challenges to fill up your stamp card. Catch a panicked penguin, race a hyped up zebra, or haul a stolen radio to a mountain top. Surprisingly fun game that I tried out with the wifey. I mean, we almost got divorced, but unfortunately not. Anyway, next up, Mecha Break, which is like if a Gundam and Armored Core had a baby and raised it on raw energy drinks and dubstep. How many times have I combined 2 games and said they had a baby? I think this is pretty much the last time for life. Anyway, you drop in, pick your mech, and boom, instant goddamn chaos. Explosions, dashes, sword slashes, laser beams like a rave on goddamn steroids. It's a juicy, it's crunchy, it's a mech carnage turned up to 11. Customization in this bad boy is pretty sick. You can pimp your bot to look like a war god or a walking toaster of doom. PvP is sweaty in all of the right ways, and PvE, well, there's big monsters, big rewards, big dopamine, and the movement smooth like a greased up roller coaster in 0G. Where do I get this crap from? I have no idea. Anyway, this bad boy is free, it's fast, and the juiciness is kinda moist. An 8 out of 10. It needs more mechs that scream when they dash, but that's just me. Please grab my somewhat sweaty hand and let's jump on over to the Epic Store, where we have a juicy week with a total of 3 free games to claim this week. Starting on the 24th, you can claim Legion Tower Defense 2. It's an infinitely replayable multiplayer and single player tower defense game. Here you get to defend against wave of enemies and destroy the enemy's king before they destroy yours. I'm pretty sure that the developer got a lot of inspiration from the early Warcraft games, the custom games, what the hell were they called? You know, where you had the lanes and you could, I don't remember. In fairness, Legion Tower Defense 2 is a type of game that wants you to join tactics, teamwork and prediction into one big meat grinder and to then spit out a fairly decent experience, and I think it does it fairly well. Then starting the 31st of July, you can claim a total of 2 juicy titles. How? We need a juicy counter in this goddamn video. Anyway, you can claim Keylocker and Pilgrims. Keylocker is a €20 title on Steam and it's sitting in with very positive reviews. It's a silent world where music is outlawed and you play as a singer to shatter the strings of fate and sing the melody of freedom in this unforgiving turn-based rhythm JRPG. Now, let's be fair here, you cannot argue with me that this bad boy is looking super juicy. I love these kinds of pixelated graphics, especially if it's tied to some decent gameplay. And alongside Keylocker, you can claim Pilgrims, and Pilgrims is a playful adventure game created by the team behind Mechnamarium and Samorost. Here, you'll have the pleasure to roam the land as you please and make new friends, share a laugh with your fellow travelers, or help them to complete their little stories in your very special way. The differentiator here is really how many different solutions can you actually find. And what I think is really nice is that this bad boy serves a decent dish of handcrafted appeal. It has hundreds of unique animations and custom-made sound effects which all result in countless humorous and unexpected outcomes. It's for sure worth parking in your digital library. Next up, I want to take a quick look at Janitori, where you guessed it, you play as a janitor working on a night shift at the museum. Your task is to clean and restore its exhibits and dusty rooms. The janitor tries to blend satisfying simulation with chilling horror and puzzle-solving mechanics. You have to unfold the dark mystery and try not to disturb what lurks in the goddamn shadows. And another quick look at a French game with the funky name Curyeux. Where here you'll dive into the mind of Lucien, a tormented painter. And you'll get to leap through emotional memories and solve puzzles where shapes deceive and emotion leads the way. A dreamlike platformer where each painting brings you one step closer to the inside of yourself, which is pretty bad. Next up, I want to take a look at The Deadline. The last subway departs in a world overrun by zombies, and each station you get to gather materials, find better weapons and fight off the undead. The whole point here is as you get closer to your family, the danger grows. You'll have to survive, upgrade and make it to the goddamn final destination, final stop. It's an interesting take with the juicy controls and satisfying gun feel. It's a win-win-win if you ask me. Since I just came back from the desert myself, I thought it would be a good idea to bring to your attention Sheik, a fun simulation puzzle game combining elements of chess, puzzles and stock trading. You get to complete challenging missions and puzzles or simply play a quick game versus AI on multiple difficulties. You get to personalize your experience with card packs and more in-game rewards for the added juiciness. By the way, in my last video, we talked about giving away Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, and you mother chuckers came through with a total of 53 participants. Now, I was so smart and I asked you to write anything with the fish sticks in the comment section, and most of you gigolos with the absolute most below wrote anything with the Sickfishsticks. I guess it's fair to say I asked for it. Anyway, a quick random comment picker, and the winner is I Be Like You Up. I guess. It's a weird name, but the juicy comment with the juicy Sickfishsticks for your mouth hole. And to be fair, it left you with a smile and I couldn't have picked a better winner, to be honest. Congratulations mate, reach out on Discord and I will fill your mouth with a juicy CD key. By the way, I'm enjoying these giveaways and I like to give back to the community, so I'm thinking to do another giveaway in this video, but I will not tell you what game it is. Write anything with Sickfishsticks in the comment section to participate, and of course be subscribed or I will hunt you down and shove my foot up. And with that amazing sound effects, thanks 1,000 for taking the time to watch my video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, subscribe if you haven't, like why not, we're almost at 14,000, who would have thought? Thanks a lot for watching, I will see your beautiful faces in the next one. Peace out.